In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to upload images to your Moodle. I'm going to hit the update button, the hand with the pencil, and I am going to click on that so that I can put a picture in with this content. And I want my picture to appear on the right-hand side of the heading called Let's Talk Text. So I click and move my cursor there. And then I'm going to click the Insert/Edit Image button. When the Insert Edit window appears, I have to find or upload an image, so I will click that option. Next, the File Picker window appears. I have to select the option Upload a File on the right-hand side, or excuse me, on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side, I will click the Browse button. And on my desktop, I have a picture of a little computer screen. There it is. Computer, and notice the ending is PNG. And I want to show you something before I leave this screen. You can only list, although it says all files here, if you hit that drop down button, the only files you can upload for picture files end with GIF, JPG, JPEG, or PNG. Those are the only types of image files you can upload. And notice that my picture here is a PNG, so I'm good. It's one of the acceptable picture file types. More commonly are the JPG and GIFs though. One other thing I want to point out is it is 7.72 kbytes in size, which is a very small file size. 7 KB is a small image file size. Now I don't even know how big this picture will physically appear on the screen, but the size is what the size of the file is what you're concerned with. So I'm going to click on this picture and open it. There we go. I have to click on it so the file name appears down here, and then click open. I can give it a new file name if I want to in the Save As box, but I'm fine with the file name that it had. Author is Annie Brown. I'm going to choose the license Creative Commons Share Alike, and I will upload this file. The file now appears back in the Insert Edit Image window. You should, in the image description box, give a brief description of the image. So I'm just going to put computer monitor. And then in the Appearance tab, you have a few more options. The alignment currently is not set, and if you look over to the right at the little picture of the tree with the text next to it, you can choose an option, for example, middle, and you will see what happens. The alignment refers to how the text is aligned around the image. So by saying middle, the text will then show at the middle of the picture. If I say bottom, notice the text appears at the bottom of the picture, and of course top would be just the opposite. I think I'll go with middle for what I want. And we'll talk about, you can give it vertical spacing. For example, if I gave it 10 pixels of vertical space, look what happens to the words over to the side, or vertically, I'm sorry, up and down. So it's moved a little bit. And if I do horizontally, 20, notice how it spaces it out. So if you want some space around your picture, don't use the space bar, use the vertical or horizontal. And you're probably saying to yourself, I'm going to take these out. You're probably saying to yourself, I have no idea if I'm going to need space around it or not. I don't know how it's going to align up. Well, let's take a look. We'll insert the picture and see, without any horizontal or vertical spacing and aligned to the middle, how this picture looks on the screen. So we can notice, I'm going to toggle this to full screen mode. So you can notice the picture is physically very large, but file size was small. So I can start to make it smaller on my own. But you don't want to do that to pictures. You want to make sure your file size is small. And I'd say maybe 30 kbytes or less for just little icons. So that works for me. If I want space here, I can click on the picture again, then right click on the image and go to insert or edit, insert or edit image. And I'm back at the screen. I can then go to appearance. It changed my dimensions. And then I can put horizontal spacing. Let's go to 10. Let's go 50. We'll go drastic. And then I will say update. And notice how it's spaced away a little bit from the words Let's Talk Tech. I'll toggle this full screen mode back so that I can scroll to the bottom and save and return to course, and we'll see what it looks like. I'll turn editing off. So you can resize your images by dragging the little corner bars in and out, but before you do that, make sure your file size is relatively small.